Hello, listeners. Hi, my name is Madhavi, and I'm so happy to have you on UppTalk. You have come to the right place if you want to learn about IT and do really cool things with your hands. We are not just another IT company when I say UppTalk. Think of us as your learning partner dedicated to helping you reach your full potential. We have top notch hands on courses to help you build your business, whether you are new to technology or want to move up in your current job. Let's look around this as our first step towards learning.
Yesterday, we were talking about the cloud pages, and then we talked about the landing page, and also we looked at the smart capture form right for the configuration. Today, we are going to learn more about the smart capture form, that how we can actually submit the form and save the data in the data extension, and then we'll talk about the other assets in the cloud pages. Let's go to the collection and let's click on this landing page. Let's open this URL now. Now it is exposed to internet and we can see that it's working. Now what we will be doing will be storing the data over here. I think for some reason date of birth field is not visible for some reason. Let's publish again. We have published the changes. Now let's refresh the page again to see if now we're getting the data over here. For some reason, it's not showing up in the preview. It is showing, but here I think. Let me remove this, but it is a mandatory field in the data extension, I guess. Let's go to the data extension once. What we? Since it is a mandatory field in the data extension, we can use it as a hidden attribute and we will pass the default value. Here we can pass, let's see, today's date. I'm going to go to the data extension. Let's go to the data extension once. Let me see if this is available or not. Let's publish the page again. And now again, let me refresh the page to see if the changes are. I don't know. 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 But when we work on the local machine, the change that we make to the landing page, it is published, within seconds. Let's come to the data extension. This is the data extension. If you only have one record, If you guys remember, we had two records, right? I mean, we had two records initially, right, in the data extension. Can you tell me like how this record got deleted? How the second record got deleted automatically? I mean, we did this, but can I tell you that when we deleted the record, Dove is not nullable. If you guys remember, we deleted the contact in the contact builder, right? And we delete the contact. What exactly happens is that it deletes the contact. I mean, it deletes the subscriber from the old subscribers list from the sendable data extensions. And you know from mobile connects everywhere, like the deletes that recorded. We recorded the record from the all contacts. And then it basically finds that particular subscriber in the entire system and deletes from all the places. That is why the record got deleted from the state extension. Now the changes are made. Now what we'll be doing? Right now we only have one record. We should have live and we submit the form. We should have one more record. Let's say name. Let's say test. I'm just entering it in value. Let's say test at the right example. Let's say let's click on submit note. We have got this confirmation that thank you for your submission, right? That was the message that we were supposed to display when the form is submitted. Now we'll come back to the data extension to see if the record has been inserted or not. Here we can see we have two records now. Let me just open the data extension. Here we can see that we have name, mobile email, data of birth, right? Date of birth. Actually, we had not taken the value from the user, but we use this as a hidden attribute and we are just passing the hard coded value from their city. There is a pen, everything right. We can see all the values in the data extension. Similarly, what you can do, you can also get the smart capture form and we can have this all in our website and then we can also capture the user information. Also, we can attach this URL in the email message and the customer can also share their feedback and then we can save the feedback in the video. Smart capture form is an easy way to capture the details from the customer. By using the drag and drop functionality, we don't have to write any single line of code to implement this. Any doubt? Fine, I'll take that no. Next type of content that we have is code resource. What is the code resource report? This is basically another asset that you can create inside the collection and it helps you to store any type of content. Let's say if you want to store the SAS, if you want to store JavaScript, right? For different type of content, we have different code resources. This basically, provides your simple file, or you can say a page where you can write the coda, JavaScript, JSON, CSAS, write text, XML. Now you might be wondering that why we need code resource, right? Because I'd say if I want to style my web page, right? If I want to start my landing page, what I would be doing, let's say I want to style this, the registration form. Maybe I want to change the color, or maybe I want to, designs in a different way. I would be writing the chess inside the landing page itself, right? But let's say we have multiple pages, multiple landing pages, and what we want to do, that we want to apply the same styling, same, theme, same design across all the different landing pages, right? What we can do, instead of writing the syntax code everywhere, we can write the code in one file, in one code resource, in one SES, let's say code resource, click on save. And then what we can do, we can reference this file in different landing pages. We can basically retrieve all the SES code from here, from this particular page, and then we'll be pasting over there. I mean, automatically, the code will be fast and will be first and used inside the landing pages, right? Similarly, you can also use another coder resources. Next we have is microsite. Microsite is basically a collection of landing pages. When you go to a website, what is a website? Website is collection of web pages, right? And each and every web page is, connected to each other and is related to each other, right? We have home page, contact us page, maybe a product page, about us page. We have different pages in the website. Similarly, if you want to create a website using Marketing Cloud, right, inside CloudPages, then you can use the microsite. Microsite will help you to create multiple landing pages and then club them together. That we can get the relation between them. Let's say click on my test microsite, click on save here. You basically get the option to add the page. When you click on add page, let's say I'm adding this home page and click on next button, and here I can select any layout and click on save. This will basically create one landing page by the name home page. This is my home page. I can click on this app, edit icon. Sorry, I can click on this thing and this will open up my landing page. The way that I design, I am create my landing page. And the same thing I can do over here. Either I can use the content blocks to develop my landing page, or I can go to code view to write the code to develop my landing page. Microsite is nothing, but it is a collection of landing pages. You can create multiple landing pages over here. Let's see home page, and then let's say contact us page. Click on next, click on save. There will be templates for CSS stylings, or like this landing pages, or we need to do it from this scratch. I mean, what you can do. I mean, for the landing page, we have the layout, but we don't have a theme as such. But in SAS, we don't have any themes. For the email messages, we have the theme, but for the landing pages, we don't have any theme message. We have to do it from the scratch itself. And like, finally, can you show one example? Like altogether, how can we put it in one mail and all this landing page, not only landing page, like applying stylings to the particular thing, and all how we insert CES in designing. Can I recall? I mean, here you can write. Let's say if you want to, we will not be able to cover the entire SAS because that will take. Let's say if you want you write this SAS, inside this you can go to the code view, and then inside the head tag you can just use the style this I know. But the thing is, like what I'm asking is, we have created one separate folder called SAS styling, right? How we insert. You want to reference, you want to learn that how we can reference that. Oh yes, for that we have one tag. I think this just give me a second. That is a link tag that you can use, and then you can just write the relation is equals to style sheet, and then half is equals to. Here you can give the URL. Let me just save this first. This is how we normally reference this title. Reference any other file you'll copy from here, but you have to publish first, right? Otherwise, the changes won't be. The SAS will not be referenced. Once we publish, you can copy this and go back to your main HTML file, and here you can write that one. You can use this link tag, and then inside the hashtag of the HTML, and you can just or reference any SAS file or any other code source file using the link tag. Like this. Does that answer your question, or you're looking for something else? Yes, the same thing. And I want to put a one button, but know more about our company in the registration form. And I want to redirect that to the landing page, which we are creating over there. How can we link that? Sorry, can you come again? In this particular form, I want to link up. I want to put one button, and that was more about my company, and that will be redirected to the landing page. The same thing we need to copy. Here we have the submit options, right? You want that whenever the user will click on the submit button and submit the form, you want the user to be redirected to any other page, right? Yes, here you can use this option or redirect, and you just check this checkbox, and here you have to enter the URL of the page where you want the user to be redirected to when they will submit the form. We can keep the URL what we have created now in the landing page. That also we can use it, right? The same one. Yes, we are previously creating one landing page, right? Any page, any publicly accessible page should do. You can create a different landing page where that will be, your as a thank you page. There you can have some, let's say, images or maybe some text or some things like that, and that you can use it over here. Whenever they click on submit button, they will be redirected to that particular page. Thank you. No problem. We talked about the microsite, which is a collection of the landing pages, and then we have mobile push and then interactive. Interactive email page is basically used in association with the email form block. There's one, actually more, form block, content block inside the content builder, which is not enabled in this account. That is called the interactive email flow email form block. What that does is that it helps us to capture the details from the user within the email itself. We can basically develop or design a form like this smart capture form inside the email message using that content block. And whenever the user will submit the form, they can be redirected to this interactive email page. That's something we have. But actually, that content block is not used very often because it has a lot of limitations. It does not work with the Gmail or different email clients. It only works with Yahoo or I think Hotmail. It supports very limited email clients. That is why that content block is not used. Any doubt for? Whatever the mobile push page you see, yes, mobile push page is basically used with the push notifications. Right now, we don't have that enabled. Won't be able to show you much on this. Do you have any kind of reference screenshot? Currently, I don't have, but if you want, I can arrange some of the screenshots and then we can discuss on this. If there's no other data, then we can move on to the next topic, that is Analytics Builder. For what we have seen is that we can send the email communication, how we can send the SFMC communication, right? And things like that. Now the next thing comes is the reporting part. Now in reporting, we are going to learn that once all these communications are sent and everything is done, how we can build the report, how we can generate the report, and that how we can export the report, and then how we can send the report to, let's say, our manager or to any other team member. Here you can see on the U, we have three different tabs. One is the overview, catalog, and activity. First of all, we will be talking about the overview. In overview, first a section we have for the report shortcuts. A report shortcut basically helps you to access the any frequently used report in less time. You know the way. We have the application shortcuts in our desktop, right? We don't have to go to the original location. We can basically double click on the shortcut and open the application inside our computer, right? Similarly, here we have the shortcut that we don't have to go to the location of the report, and we just can access it easily. Then next we have is report catalog. This will show you all the reports that we have inside the analytics builder. And these reports are basically categorized or basically segregated based on the communication channel. For email communication, we have 38 reports, and all these are standard reports. Standard report means that the outcome, or you can say the logic is already predefined. We just need to pass some inputs. Let's say if you want to know that how many emails that we sent in the last 1 week, and what is the pie, like bounce rate, click rate, and everything. We can do that through one of the standard report. We just need to pass the required parameters, right? We have the different communication channels, and then we'll be going over through the different reports in the reports catalog, and here we have a section for the report. These are the recently executed reports that you can see. And here we have the filter. We can filter the report by channel, by owner, by report type, by date modified. These are the different filters that you can apply. Let's say if I only want to see the Journey Builder reports, we only have two Journey Builder reports over here. You can apply the filter to filter the reports. These are the reports that we have recently executed. Next we have is catalog, the report catalog that you can see in this section. We have the complete view of the report catalog in the catalog tab. Here we can see all the reports. Here we have 50 standard reports, for all the communication channels, which is listed over here. And then we have the activity. Activity shows you a list of reports that executed today. In the history, we can see all the reports that were executed in the past. And scheduled means, let's say if we have a report that we have scheduled to run in the future, then that will appear in the scheduled section. Now let's go to the catalog tab and then we will understand about different reports. In reports, let's talk about this account and summary report. This basically report displays all your emails sent in the selected duration. Let's click on Create button. Here we have warning that this report is not available as a web page. We have to choose some other option to view the report. Here it is asking for the date range, that for how long you want this, I mean for how many days you want the data to be extracted. Let's say if I want to generate the report for, let's say, last 7 days, then I can choose over here. Exclude single cells means that the single cell that we make, if you want to exclude that, then we can just click on true and whenever we send the email, we here, we there, we have the option that if we want to suppress the tracking, right? If that is enabled and we want to exclude all the email, since we are tracking is suppressed time zone, and then we have the culture code, we can click on submit now. This report will give us all the email sends that were made in the last 1 week, and along with the email sends, it will, tell us about the PA and email name, send time, and different things. And now let's do one thing. Some of the reports are not available as a web page. We have different export options. Either what we can do, we can send this report as an mail attachment. Here we need to write the file name. Here we need to write the email address of the recipient to whom the email this report will be sent, and the subject line and any. Note that if you want to include inside the email message, and the format would be CSV. If we, enter all these information, click on Save button, then the report will be sent to the email address that you mention over here. That is one of the export option that we can do. Another one is the TP results. More about the TP we will be talking about in upcoming sessions, but for now, you can understand that TP is a server where we can save the data. If you want to save this report, what we can do here, we have to, inside the FFP server, we have different location. This is the location that we can choose. Here we need to write the file name, and this is the CC file. What will happen when we click on Save button? The file will be saved inside the FEP and inside this FEP location. Now we'll click on Save button. Let's say accounts and summary. Once you save the report, the other options gets enabled. The first option which gets enabled is the snapshot. Another one is the schedule. Let's talk about the snapshot first. What is the meaning of a snapshot? A snapshot means that we are basically generating the report at that point of time, like what is the current status, right? The snapshot means what we do, like in our mobile phone, we take the screenshot side. What does it mean? That at particular time, what is the current status? What is the current activity that we want to capture? That we can call it in a screenshot, a snapshot, the same thing, that whatever the current status of the report, I want to capture that moment. I want to capture that report. That is status that we can save as a snapshot. Let's click on the snapshot, and then here the file would be CSV, and click on Save button. Right now it is 9:02 p.m., right? Whatever is the sender rate and everything, whatever the report that will be generated, that will basically show the status of a report at 9:32 p.m. Now let's say after 10 minutes, maybe there are more opens, maybe there are more clicks. Their report data would change right at that point of time. We can maybe generate a new snapshot which would be different from the snapshot we have taken right now, right? Snapshot basically shows you the report at the time when it was taken. Now we can click on this view the report definition. This is the here we can see all the snapshots that were taken for this report, and this one that we had taken is or in progress. We'll just wait for a while, and then once it is done, we can also download the snapshot. Just let's wait for a few seconds. It is available now, and here we have this icon. We can click on this and we can download the file. It will be downloaded in our local system. We can open this file now. In last 1 week, there was only one email sent, as we can see. This is the client ID. This is the client name. Client ID. Client name means your account ID and account name. This is the job ID, and this is the email name that was sent. What is the date and time when the email was sent. We had only one write to one subscriber, and here we have got different parameters. You can see here we have the click rate, unique click rate. Open bounce rate, technical bounce, unknown bounce. Conversion rate, after recipient rate. All these things we can see in the accounts, and some of the accounts and summary. Basically summarize your account sense. Whatever the sense that you have made in the duration that you have selected while generating the report, any doubt. If you want to generate a new snapshot, you just can click on Run button, and then let's say after 10 minutes you will generate a new snapshot that you will click on Run button, and at that point of time the report might be different from the one that was previously generated in the activity. Also here we can see that this is the report that we generated. In this, we have one more option. Let's talk about any other report. Let's go to a B-test summary report. We had made one a B test. Right now, if you want to generate a report on a B test that was made, let's say this was the B test that we had performed. Right now, what I want to do, that I want to generate a report. I want to know that which version I know called declared as a winner, or maybe you know what was like. What was that test type that was performed? Let's click on Submit button. This is the report that is available as a web page. When the report is available as a web page, you can also download this. This export option will also be available when you have the report in the web page. If this report contains 2 pages, we can click on this arrow and we can go to the next page. In the first page, it shows when the report. We can go to the next page of the report, and here we can see that it talks about the test type, winner, test distribution, job it, what was the condition and that was tested, percentage of sense and date right, things like that. And here we can also see the compile like, open rate, click rate, bounce rate, unsubscribe rate. Also running different campaigns, right, like for the different requirements. Where we'll be choosing that for the particular campaigning, like you're showing kind of generalized, where we'll be like choosing that particular thing. Yes, we do have the different report for the campaign. Next, we'll be talking about the campaign report. I mean this. This is the different option that we already have talked about. Email TP, you can also download this report if you have the web page option. We can take a snapshot. These 2 options will only get enabled when you save the report. Let me just save this report once. Let's see, I've just and one more export option that we have is to schedule the report. Let's say if you don't want to run the report right now, you can click on the schedule option. And here we have got multiple other facilities as well. We can choose the start time. Let's say we want to run this again and again. What we can do, if the repeat is, run once, then obviously it will only run for one time. But let's say if I want to run on a daily, let's say I'm on a weekly basis, this would be beneficial if we have the accounts and summary report and what we want to do. We want to generate this weekly report in which I want to see all the email sends that were made in the last 7 days. I can schedule this process and I can make it automatic that it would start, let's say, at some time, dead end time, and then it would repeat a weekly. And then we can choose when we want to end this process on a particular date, or let's say after maybe, let's say, 10 occurrences. We can schedule like this the format. We can choose a CSV and the different export options that we have. We can either email the results, whatever the report that would be generated, we can directly email to somebody. We can also save this to the FPO also. We can see the report. These are the 3 different options that we can choose. Now let's talk about the other reports. Here we have 3. We have 4 campaign failure reports. Campaign email job tracking summary, campaign email tracking report, campaign email tracking summary. Let's say what I want to do is that I want to take one campaign and based on that campaign, I want to generate the report. One campaign could be associated with multiple email messages. Let's say this is one of the campaign that we have 2021 row, and we can click on submit pattern. It is showing that the campaign name, campaign description, these things. Apart from that, we can see the different email which are associated with this campaign. This is the email name, when the email was sent, to how many subscribers the email was sent, the clicks, opens, and everything. Let's say if you have multiple emails or use the campaign, then it will list out all the emails and their PPI over here. You guys know about the campaign, like I don't have an idea. I didn't get it. Like what is a generalized, like a for testing, like a word for generating the report of a by-B testing. Like it's a kind of generalized, like, but, and we'll be having like different campaigns or different lists or groups you'll be creating, and we'll be sending those, right? We'll be collecting that in the by-B testing. Like you, cloud should kind of generalized. Let me talk about the campaign first, and then we'll be talking about how we can generate the reports, and for a campaign, or how we can leverage that thing. You just have to hover over this marketing cloud logo, and then here you will be able to see the campaign. When you click on campaigns, this will open up. Let it load. You can click on a create campaign. Here you have to give the name of the campaign. Let's say demo campaign. You can give some description. You can give the color. Only the name field is mandatory. All the other fields are not mandatory, right? Let's say under this campaign, we are sending lots of emails to customers. Maybe it is a campaign to promote let's say, new shoes. Now, here we can mention the deployment date when we are going live, when we are, deploying this campaign, or when we are sending all the email masters. Let's say we are sending on 12 something. We can select the owner from here, campaign code and tax form here, and then we can click on create button. This campaign is created. Now what we can do, we can associate different email messages with this campaign. How we can do that? You can click on the storyboard, and you can just click on add to campaign, and what we want to add. We can add, different things. We can add the data extension. We can add the emails. Let's say if you want to add an email, we can go to the email message that we had created. Let's say for now, I want to just, attach this one. I'll click on this one, click on. What we have done, we have associated this email message with this campaign. Now over how it is going to help me. If I want to generate the report on a campaign, that for a particular campaign, I want to see the summary. Let's see if I'm attaching multiple emails. Let's say I want to attach one more email with the campaign. Let's click on. We have a 3 or 2 different email message with this campaign right now. If I'll generate the report on the campaign, I will be able to see that. Let's say if you're promoting the shoes, right? One email could be about, about the price of shoes, or maybe about, the features of the shoes. Or maybe we are different, sending different email messages to promote, the same category of shoes to different customers. Right here, we can basically see all the different email messages that are associated with the particular campaign and what is their PI and everything. I mean, does it answer your question or do you have any doubt? On the top, like a by B testing, somebody is there, right? This a bit of summary. Yes, yes, I want to choose that, like where we'll be selecting, like for the recent we have done whenever we're testing, right? But the particular thing where we can choose here, we can select. This is the a bit of send that we have had made now. By subject line, the recent one will be showed it over here, right? You can select the duration from here. That either it will show you all the a bit of sense last and like in last 24 hours, last 7 days, last 30 days, or if you want to choose a custom date, I want to see all the a bit of sense that were made. Let's say I have done like 3 to 4 by B testings. I can get all in one and I can select separately. You can only select one at a time. The report that you would be generating, it will be only for one, a B descent, not more than one got it. Similarly, here we have the different reports. The creation of the report is like really easy. You just have to, provide the inputs like date range and, Peter, the campaign or something like that, and then it will generate the report for you. Let's talk about few more reports. Can we integrate these reports to Google Analytics or something like kind of out of this? Like, can we integrate anything like that for Sales Marketing Cloud? No, you cannot integrate these standard reports with any other tools. For that, let's say if you want to do that, what you can do, Google Analytics now, I think is already, we have the default functionality to integrate it. What it helps us to do is that we'll be talking about the journey builder in the upcoming classes. Whenever we send the email from journey builder, the tracking like links and everything will automatically be synced with the Google Analytics. That is a default feature that you can leverage in Marketing Cloud. Apart from that, let's say if you want to push the custom data, then we have to save the data in the data extension and then we can sync it with any other system, like if it supports that import and everything. But from say a question like these reports cannot be synced with any other tool, the cloud pages. We have two reports. We have cloud, which is impression by page, which reporting cloud pages is smart capture some scheme. In the first report, we can see that, let's say we have multiple cloud pages, right? We can see that for each page, the different impressions, right? What are the different page views that we have got? Let me click on create button. This report is also not available in the web page. We have to create a snapshot for this. Here, it will basically in your shows but all the cloud pages and their impressions in the last 30 days. We'll just save this first page. Let's send it a snapshot and click on Save button, let it run. Once it is completed, then we can download the report. Let's click on this icon and then download the report. Here we can see these are the different impressions. This is the landing page that we had created, right? It has got 11 impressions. Similarly, we can see that the different landing pages are different cloud pages that were viewed in the last 30 days, and what is the page 8. And then what are their different impressions. This is the report that we can generate to understand or to analyze impressions for different cloud pages. Similarly, we have another report for the smart capture where you can basically generate a report for the smart capture submissions. You can know that which smart capture form got submitted and how many times and things like that. And then we have lots of email reporting. Like email message frequency, this will basically show that how many customers receive the multiple email messages from period to period for comparison purposes. What is the frequency of the email message that you know that we are sending? Are we sending twice? Twice a week, or what is the frequency of the email message that we can check? The available periods for the company's comparison are yesterday versus day. You know, between yesterday and day, what a different number of email message that we are sending. This way we can check the frequency, email performance by attribute. We have different subscriber attributes, right? We have the status we have. Their gender and different subscriber attributes, right? The preferences location. Based on different subscriber attributes, we can check the performance. Let's say we can check the performance. Let's say we have subscriber attributes. Let's say hobby, we can check that. Let's say for customers who have this hobby, they are more interested in opening the email. For them, we have the better email performance rate and things like that. Journey Builder once. We will be talking about the Journey Builder in upcoming sessions. You will understand this with them. What I would recommend you to do is at least once try to create the report, each and every report from your site. And then if you guys face any issues, then just let me know. You don't need to do much. Let's say if you want to create this report at email performance by domain, we want to know that for each domain. Let's say Google.com, Yahoo, right, Hotmail. For each domain, what is the performance right for? for which domain we are getting the better performance. What is the, send rate or delivery rate? Here we have to select the email sent for which we want to drag this performance by domain. Let's say this is the email message that I'm choosing, and I just have to click on submit button, and then this will generate a report for me that for a particular domain, what is the delivery rate and everything. Yes, here we can see that we only have Gmail.com 100% and the other domains we have 0%, right? But let's say if you are sending the customers to multiple domains, then here we can see that now which email domain has the most the delivery rate and which email domain is restricting the marketing cloud emails, right? And that's something you can check from this report. Just to go through once for these reports and just try to configure one or two reports, we'll get a better understanding. If there's no other doubt, then I think we can move on to the next topic, which is the Automation Studio. But since you are already approaching the time, we'll take this topic up in the next class. What are the certifications? Will be in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. There are 4 certifications in Marketing Cloud: Email Specialist Developer, Consultant, and Admin. What is the basic like? What is the levels of writing that like? Once you, go to this course, then you will be able to give at least Email Specialist and Admin for Consultant 1 and Developer 1. You would require at least, a little bit of practice and hands-on and things like that. But you should be able to give, the admin is the easiest one. And then we have email specialist, and based on, what profile or what role that you want to pursue, you can either give the development one or the consultant or both, right? If you want to go into consulting, then you can take the consultant one, otherwise the development. What do you suggest? Like first we have to take the email certification or the admin certification. Get the email specialist one, because that is a core, because that covers the core features of Marketing Cloud. If you have that certification, that would you be a great add on to your skill. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@therightuptalk.com.